So this is going to be a bit of a new thing for me. It's going to be a little bit of a sort of vlog. It's going to be a little bit, might call it like my morning pages. I just want a place basically where I can sit down and just talk about what's going on in my life creatively. And as I sort of plan out my day making videos, what I think I'm going to do is just turn on the camera and go ahead and record my thoughts about being a creative. Today I'm going to talk about why I think YouTube is art right now, and I'll just introduce myself a little bit. My name's Kit, and I'm a creative person. I make videos. I'm also a teacher, incidentally, and I started by making educational videos. And what I do now, I do 3 days a week at school, and I do 2 days a week making content. And so I had some thoughts about why YouTube is art right now, and that's the first one of these videos. I just thought, rather than put it on my main channel, where on my main channel I actually now mainly talk about educational technology and I review these things, e-ink tablets, and that's become a source of income, which is really great, and that's become something that allows me to be the creative person that I am. So I teach physics, I make videos, and I also would consider myself a writer and an artist, and that's what I want to focus on this channel. So very warm welcome if you're watching on the replay. I know for a while at least there's not going to be anybody here live, and that's absolutely cool. This is just my second channel, a little bit of a hobby. What I'll be able to do here, I hope, is just to talk about the sorts of things that fascinate me creatively, because I'm really into classical art and literature and poetry, and I want to talk about those things, but they don't really sit on my ordinary channel. I said I'm a writer, and I've written several physics books now, and I've also written one about succeeding on YouTube as an educator, and I might talk more about that process of writing here. Not today, but on my days here at home. My intention is that what I'll do is I'll sit for just about sort of however much time, low jeopardy, just try and keep it nice and authentic, and just talk to you about the creative side of my channel, the creative side of my brain. And if I've put this content up on my other channel, it would just kind of flop. So it'll probably flop here as well. So that's absolutely fine as well. But it'll be fun. It'll be a way for me to sort of scratch that itch, I think, talking about those creative ideas. And what I've done is I've made a few notes. This is an idea for you if you're creative, and I made those notes using an app on my phone called Otter. So that's like the animal, OTTER. And what Otter does is you can just talk and it will just transcribe it. It's really designed for meeting notes, but I like it because it's not like Google voice typing where you have to keep pressing the microphone every sentence. You just talk and it just keeps track of things. And so I've made some notes that are really rough, and that's going to lead to a really rough little video as well. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to keep this small in my day, although the ideas are quite big, but the actual filming of these things, I'm going to keep that nice and small. And I'm going to apply what has been called the 80-20 rule for new projects. So my main project, my main channel, I'm going to keep that to be the biggest thing, and I'm just going to try and ascribe a little bit, like 20% of time, probably not even that, to be honest, but just 20% maybe of my brain power to think about this. And as I say, I'll try and go live twice a week. I'll keep them low editing. I might in the future make some more edited things. I might just live stream when I'm out and about as well. We'll just see how it goes. And as I said, there'll be nobody here live to start with, and that's absolutely fine. But if you're watching on the replay, then go ahead and make comments in the comment section and ask me, what are you up to in your creative endeavors, and what do you think about this? How do you like this kind of content, and do you want to see more of it, and what type of things can I talk to you and help you about? So I'm going to talk about writing, art, being creative, all of those things. I'm not going to worry too much at first about who's watching. I'm not going to do any editing. I'm not going to do all those things that we do in a YouTube channel, which is try and optimize for retention. I'm just going to keep a little bit of a sort of like a video diary, really, and see where that goes. And I'll talk about what I'm going to do in my day when I sit down to work. So what am I up to today? I've been editing already. I've been writing, which has been really great. I've been writing on this ink tablet, which is wonderful. And it's not a review of that, but I've been writing a review of this with its keyboard case, which has been nice. And I'm comparing that to the previous generation. I've got to capture some B-roll today for my video as well. So what I'm going to do is use this camera to capture some B-roll with some tablets. and the one I'm using as my little sort of teleprompter, which allows me to see a screen while I'm doing this as well. And I'll use this kind of top-down shot whilst I'm filming to this camera as well, and then I'll be able to edit all that together of that kind of comparison video. So that's my sort of day set out here. I'm also trying to be really mindful during these days and trying to eke out bits of time where I'm not staring at these screens here in my study, and I'm going to go ahead and just sit for periods of my day and do bits of reading as well. I think that's really important. And yeah, on this channel, what I'll be able to do is add in those little things like doing little sketches and things, and just maybe put those things out here. And by making it a bit of a channel, by making it something which are actually outputting something and trying to keep that regular, that's going to keep me accountable for the bits of writing or photography, I haven't mentioned that yet, or drawing that I actually want to do as part of my creative output. But I don't get time because I'm so beholden to providing what the audience wants on my main channel. And that's really good. It's really helped me make my channel go further faster, is think about who am I creating for? What questions do they have? And what do I need to show to them? What content is going to go well with them? Here, I'm going to do less of that. Certainly initially, I'm going to do precisely none of that and just talk. And as we go forward, you guys can, you can help me govern and change what the channel is all about. And that's going to be fun. It's just another little journey. So it's not just about straight up art, straight up poetry. It's just going to be about anything that I think about creatively. Okay, cool. It's going to be good for me. It's going to be healthy, I think. It's going to help me scratch that creative itch and talk about art a little bit. Because YouTube is art right now. So doing this, what I do here at home, is producing art right now. And I've got to come clean with you. I'm not a reviewer. Okay, so that's one on my channel. I wouldn't consider myself that. I wouldn't consider myself even a YouTuber. I wouldn't consider myself a writer. I don't really consider myself a teacher, but I've done that for 15 years and I've kind of become that. I consider myself an artist. And so why am I doing this? Why am I making videos about e-ink tablets and about being a professional, things like that? So I'm doing it because art. I'm doing it because art, and what isn't art anymore is painting and writing and drawing. That all right, yes. So what isn't art is a ridiculous thing to say, isn't it? Because what is art is massive question, and what is art is whatever you want it to be, quite frankly. So I think everyone needs to just enjoy producing these things. But for me right now, what is art right now is making these videos. And the way that art is shared, the way the art is appreciated, is on these social platforms, and primarily YouTube. And YouTube right now is probably the biggest place where everyone's coming together to appreciate art. And it is amazing art that you're seeing out there on YouTube. People are consuming it, they're engaged by it, and they feel the same feelings and get the same vibes that people got when they first saw amazing painting. That's what art is right now. And actually, YouTube is about transposing that feeling from one to another. And art is it's like a feeling that an artist has being transported onto someone else. That's what art is right now. And the place where that's happening most consistently is probably YouTube right now. So when you stand in front of a painting, you feel a connection with the artist, the person that painted it. When you sit in front of a video, you feel a connection with the person that's made that video. And that's what I'm just going to try and do here. I'm just going to try and make those connections. So please go ahead and connect with me on this channel as well as my main channel. And, I'm really glad to be a part of that art in the 21st century. And what I'm going to do in this channel, well, authenticity is a trend that's in YouTube right now, just sort of showing up and talking about what you're doing today, talking about what's going on. And there's a really nice comment, really nice point about how to become a successful YouTuber is do what you're doing anyway and just turn the camera on. So that's what I'm doing in this channel so far. We'll see. Who knows? Cool. That's just about everything, really. What else have I got just to say? I'm going to hopefully just show you the way things work, a bit of an insider look at being a YouTuber. And I'm also going to talk about writing and drawing. I'm going to be putting this camera up here and showing some drawing. Some mornings this would be lovely for me, wouldn't it? Just turn on the camera, not even really say a word and just draw for half an hour. But what it's going to do for me is it's going to be It's going to allow me just to put out something which I'm thinking about, which I'm interested in, and which maybe there's an audience that are interested to, and that I can just get that more artistic side out, just allow it to grow as well. Okay, and then I can keep those two things separate. My name's Kit Masters, but my other channel has the name Kit Bets Masters, and well, I'll be able to keep those two things separate. My more evaluative brain on my Bets Masters channel when I'm talking about professionalism and tech, and my more creative side here when I'm talking about when I'm Kit Masters, if you like. Okay, I hope it helps you guys. I hope it can help some people improve their creativity, and I hope it can be a place where you just come and just enjoy hanging out, really. And yeah, I'm just going to think about those things just in those bits of time. Keep a set of notes in Otter, as I talked about at the top. Just talk, really, and see where it goes. A little creative treat. Just give myself a little creative treat every day, working from home. Maybe just a bit of photography. Maybe I'll sit and share my screen while I edit a photo. Maybe I'll just talk to camera. You know, I'm not planning on doing the snappy edits, just quick chats and yeah, stress-free, not a lot of preparation. Just give it a go. Okay, thanks for watching. Yeah, and hopefully see you next time.